It'll be 20 times around for the Wheeler Metal Legend cars. James McDougall out in front in car number 3. On his outside, it'll be Trenton Simon. Harshbarger on the inside of row number 2. Caleb McDougall in car number 3 will start on the outside of row number 2. Make that row number 3. Colin Bowen on the inside. In victory lane, there he is, Jerry Langton picking up the checkered flag in car number 35. Justin Parrish in car number 50. Grayson Cox in the 777 on the outside of row number 2. Missed him a little bit earlier. Danny DeMasters in the 54. Hopefully got that hood locked down. And that's Stephen Harshbarger in car number 10. I was looking at my list here and I thought I was seeing double. We've got a Steve and a Stephen. And that could be very confusing around our house. When I was growing up, Mom could never get our names right. She'd go through the whole list before she finally got to your name. But I can't imagine that, having two that close together. Tell you what, Steve Harshbarger does a nice job behind the wheel of that number 20 car. Comes so close, picking up a feature win in the past, just not quite able to break into victory lane, but it would not surprise me at any time if we see that 20 car up on top of the leaderboard at the end of one of these races.
And I believe we're going to go green this next time. Keep your eye on this Legend field. This classic cars has really picked it up over the last couple of years. And they really put on some good competitive shows. Got McDougall right there on the front row, going to bring him into the green, nice and slow. One more time around.
You know, Dennis, we was talking about legends a little bit earlier in the sport, and, you know, another family of racers around the Ozarks is the Roper family. Of course, Dean Roper raced for many, many years, and Dean actually raced in some of the big races in NASCAR. Dale Roper, of course, a great competitor. Tony Roper, of course, making it into the NASCAR scene. And then Dale Roper Jr., so a great family of racers, the Ropers around Fairgrove, Missouri. The Phillips, Terry Phillips, of course, and Larry Phillips, but so many to talk about, and we'll be talking about it all through the next weekend as we go green. Trenton Simon not going on the start there. Falls all the way back to 5th.
Here they come through, turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Harshbarger down on the bottom side. He's got the number 2 spot over Grayson Cox. Meanwhile, they're following McDougall. Things tightening up in turns 1 and 2.
Top 4 all locked together up there in a good battle for the lead. Here comes Caleb McDougall making it 3 wide off turn number 4.
James trying to show the way, but here comes Grayson Cox around the outside. He'd like to make it 2 features in a row. As he works his way into turn number 3, now here comes Caleb McDougall following his tire tracks.
Looks like that middle lane really works well for these legend cars as they keep their momentum up through the speedway, through the corners of the speedway, that is. And that's exactly where Grayson Cox is running right now.
Everybody knows the tale as they come through turns 3 and 4, except for that battle for the number 5 spot. Trenton Simon now finally does clear the number 50 car of Parrish.
Again, not a good start to this feature for Trenton Simon. The car just would not go. Fell all the way back to about the 6th spot. And now is trying to regroup, but he's got a long ways to go, although he has caught Steve Harshbarger and putting pressure on him for 4th.
As they go to turns 3 and 4, McDougall trying to put a little pressure on Cox for the lead. Unable to do so, dives it down to the bottom side. Now they're going to be door-to-door off of turn number 2. Good run for McDougal through those corners.
Grayson Cox took a real high line through turns 1 and 2, now dives it down to the bottom, but he's going to lose that lead to Caleb McDougal.
McDougal strong in that number 3 car. Looking at that number 3 kind of brings back memories of the old Wrangler Chevrolet driven by Dale Earnhardt back in about 1980.
Trenton Simon just passed 2 cars, move him up into the 3rd spot. He's got a ways to go, but he's got a good enough car to win if he can catch the leaders.
Working their way into turns 3 and 4. Grayson Cox still right there with McDougal. This may not be over yet as they're door to door coming to the start-finish line.
Looking strong, but off of turn number 2 down the backstretch. McDougal still a half a car out in front, but Grayson Cox good down on the bottom.
Here they come off of turn number 4, and it's going to be Grayson Cox back to the lead in the 777.
Lap car coming up. 10 of Stephen Harshbarger. He'll go 1 lap in the rears as the top 2 continue to battle through 3 and 4, and this battle's still not over.
Meanwhile, Trenton Simon has picked up the number 3 spot. Should we get a caution, things may get real interesting as McDougal goes to the bottom.
Grayson Cox bobbled just a little bit, and that's all the 3 needed. Now he is out in front trying to get away.
And at turn number 1 they go. McDougal, probably the biggest lead he's had this entire race as they go down into turn number 3. McDougal is your leader.
Trenton Simon slowly catching this top 2, may run out of time, but McDougal now is starting to stretch out the biggest lead anybody's had it throughout this race.
As they go into the backstretch once again, looks like McDougal got a pretty good hold on this lead as it comes to the start-finish line. We'll see if Grayson Cox has got one last charge in him.
5 car lengths separating the top 2 as they battle through turns 3 and 4. Laps continue to quickly go by as we've been under the green flag since the start here. And now Dennis Grayson Cox has caught up to the leader.
He has, and maybe the fastest car yet on the track is the 72. Trenton Simon has almost caught this lead pack as they come across the start-finish line.
Side by side, once again for the lead as it came across the start-finish line. Grayson Cox trying to get down on the inside, doesn't work that time, falls back in line.
This could get interesting before it's all said and done. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. McDougal still holding on to that lead.
It looked like Grayson Cox had a good charge that last lap, but not able to clear McDougal, and McDougal once again opening up 3 car lengths.
As they work through 3 and 4, 2 to go. As the battle still goes on for that lead, here is Cox looking towards the bottom, can't make it work.
Trenton Simon is just not going to be able to get there, I'm afraid. But how about this battle for the lead? 2 cars going at it, white flag in the air.
Into turn number 1 they go. McDougal is your leader. Cox trying to cut it down and get on the bottom of him, but can't do it. Gets it sideways. Here we go, final time.
Lap traffic shouldn't be an issue as they come off turn number 4 down to the line. It's going to be the 777 of Grayson Cox taking it at the line. I never saw that coming. I thought McDougal had it covered. And how about it, race fans? A great battle for the lead all the way down to the end.
I tell you what, I would like to have seen, I would like to have seen about another 3 laps because I really think we'd had a 3-car battle for the win, but Simon just ran out of time. But what a pass on the last lap right there, last corner. What a win.
Yeah, Trenton Simon, I think, had a car that was capable of running with the top 2, but just lost too much track position there at the beginning of that race. But what a move on that last lap by Grayson Cox.
Kids ticket 566. Come on up, you're a winner. Kids ticket 566 and 580. 566, 580. Those 2 tickets are winners. Come on up.
All right, the late models, as you can see, are over in the staging area. They'll be rolling out next for the Greenlawn Funeral Homes Comp Cam Super Dirt Series late model feature. Gavin Landers is going to be on point in car number 77. And who's going to be on his outside? None other than Peyton Looney. Right down victory lane, it's Grayson Cox coming out of the car. How about that show for the Legends, race fans? He had to earn that one. Had the lead, lost it, had it.